Right, welcome to Apostle Ekatso Ministry, and this is day 2 of the Breaking the Yoke program. My big brother went straight to Apostle Ekatso. He sat down with him, and there are a lot of revelation that really, popped up. That's what we're going to look at today. So please, what's your name and where are you coming from?
My name is Kwame. I'm coming from Accra.
That's fine. So, is this the first time coming to Apostle Ekatso Ministry?
Yes, this is the first time I've come to Apostle. I've heard of Apostle, but this is the first time I'm here to see Apostle.
All right. So, where do you encounter or discovered Apostle Ekatso for the first time?
Okay, a friend actually mentioned Prophet Apostle Ekatso to me, and then he actually recommended. He sent me some videos of his, and I started following him, watching most of his videos on YouTube. And then I just made up my mind that no, this is the way to go. And then I decided to come and visit him today.
Okay, so what's that direction that you did for the first time? Because you are saying your friend introduced certain direction videos to you.
Yes.
Were you able to do some?
Yes, I did a few of them, and I really saw some results because I realized that some of these men of God will come and then will tell you that do this, do that, put this together, and then maybe they will leave one item and then ask you to call them, contact them. But in the case of Apostle, almost all the videos I watched, nothing like that. He will give the direction freely. Yeah. So I did a few of them, and then I really was happy with them, and I saw that no, instead of doing, let me get to the man of God himself, and then for
okay, so your friend first of all sent a video to you. Yes. You went straight to Apostle Ekatso social media handles. Yes. You followed up and do some of the directions, yes, and it worked for you. Yes. That's the main reason why you want to come and see the man himself.
Exactly.
Because once you have been able to do direction that you don't know him, yeah, you have been able to do his direction and it has worked for you. Yes. So you are here to see him.
Directly. Exactly.
So have you seen him?
Yes, I've seen him.
Okay.
And I've seen him.
Okay. So when you sat down with him, what was the first thing that Apostle said to you?
Well, he just welcomed me, and then he asked of my name. I mentioned my name. Then he started, trying to look into things. I was just quiet, and for the first time in my life, I'm over 50 years now, but Apostle told me things nobody, except my mother, nobody has ever told me that before.
Okay, so when you sat down with Apostle, he was able to come out with certain revelation, yes, that it's only your mom,
yes,
that is privy to that information.
Exactly, because it has to do with my birth and the circumstances at my birth. And that's why I said it's only my mother who understands and who mentioned some of those things to me. So I was just looking at him dumbfounded. I was just confused looking at him. Yes.
Wow. So you being somebody visiting us for the first time, sat with Apostle, he was able to go straight to the family, to your childbirth era, and be able to come out with certain revelation. At that point in time, what was running through your mind?
Really, I didn't know whether I was sitting before an oracle or a human being. Really, I was just really confused. Not only that, he told me things about myself. I also have children, and just one particular child of mine, it's just a carbon copy of me. And he said things about this chap I can't explain. Words cannot explain that.
Let's zoom into it one after the other, yes, to motivate somebody, yes, watching us. Okay. So, by the way, what exactly did Apostle tell you about your birth? And secondly, what did Apostle said about that special child of yours, yes, that really marvels you?
First of all, about my birth, my mother had challenges of birth. So children come and then they go. At a point, she even had twins, and one of them went and then left with the other. Between the twin and myself, there were about 3 or 4 who came and left. So when I was born, really, I was parceled and packaged and put onto a refuse dump. This is what I'm saying, that it is only my mother.
So Apostle was able to tell you this?
I'm telling you, that is why I said I didn't know what I was with an oracle or a human being, or I didn't was called a spirit, I didn't know. So, and somebody had to buy me.
You were parceled into a...
Just like they did to Moses in the Bible. Wow. I was parceled and put on a refuse dump, and then a woman, a neighbor within there, came to buy me and then handed over to my mother. And then within that period, there was a miracle that happened. This lady who bought me, son was epileptic. That very day, my mother told me that the epilepsy never came back. These were mysteries that is only known to me and my mother, who told me that.
Seriously, some of these things,
Yes.
but as soon as you sat with Apostle,
Yes.
Apostle were able to tell you
No,
like
he
a
was able
story,
to- no,
like
no,
a
no.
movie.
Yes. Initially, I was confused because I don't know. My mother is no more,
By
but
the way, have you ever discussed some of these things with some of the church, the pastors?
no, I don't, because if you are a man of God really, and you're really a really man of God, you should be able to tell the mysteries of people. I didn't tell Apostle anything. I've met a number of men of God. I've done a lot of direction people have given me, but nobody has ever been able to come closer, not even very, very close to what Apostle told me today.
Right. These are some of the things that when people hear or see, they'll be like, are they, is it a plan thing? Are you planning to, convince people to come to Apostle? Is that something that you want to do?
Oh, not at all. I always, you see, God has not been unfair to me. I mean, in a society, really, I don't lack. I'm able to take care of my family very well.
So nobody can pay you to do
No, not at all. Nobody can.
Also haven't bribed you to do
No.
that.
I mean, society, this is why I decided to grant this interview, because I want to motivate people to see that regardless of the challenges they have, God has anointed people in this life who can help them, take them out of their problems.
One of them is Apostle Ekatso.
Apostle Ekatso. And I will recommend, I have even traveled to Nigeria before, my brother. Nobody has told me that before. So, I mean, I don't see why somebody should bribe me. What money can you give me? I don't lack that. I'm not that kind of. So God has actually blessed me. The way I operate in society, I'm not the kind of people somebody can bribe. But I think that what I've experienced today, I'm sure other people in society like my type or even beyond me are facing such challenges. And I recommend that they come to see Apostle Ekatso.
Great. So this is one of them.
Yes.
So let's zoom into your child that you really like.
Yes.
That your photocopy.
Yes.
So what did Apostle actually said about your child that you think, wow, this man, is he a real human being?
Yeah. The reason why I said that was, I don't know what I was dealing with, the spirit or human being was that, or an oracle. He mentioned the name of my son, his first name.
Wow. As we start with him.
He said, who is so and so? And I said, oh, it's my third born. So what? Then I looked around to see whether, but of course my phone was not with me. I had not discussed with anybody. He mentioned the name of my son and some of the difficulties that the chap is going through. And it is me and the boy who know, and his two siblings who know. Yeah. So, and I just told him something that is happening right now as we are talking, this month. And it's not that this is month of birth, actually. And he just told me one or two things that I can do to be able to revert. But, of course, he told me that this child is my carbon copy. The kind of, in the amount of children that I have, this child I should really put my eyes on him properly. Yes, and I'm really encouraged. Yes.
Wow. It's amazing to hear some of these things coming from somebody like you. And so now, somebody is watching you for the first time and you have heard this revelation, this deep secret that Apostle were able to come out with as soon as you sat with him, that you have confirmed is 100% true. Let me give you this opportunity to talk to your people, talk to somebody watching you. What exactly are you going to tell them? Because somebody wish to be here. Somebody's having all what it takes to come here, but just, I'll come tomorrow, I'll come the next day and all that. What are you telling those people concerning what you've seen, you've heard today?
What I can say is that it's not late. And wherever you are in this world, distance is not a barrier. I would recommend that whatever problems you are going through, whether you are in the country or outside the country, look out for Apostle Ekatso. Your problems God will use him to solve your problems for you. Just as he has the mysteries of my life that he has revealed this evening to me, I think that your problem may not be like mine. Probably your problems may not be big as mine, or your problem may be bigger than mine. Whatever your problems, I believe that in Ghana we are lucky to have a man of God like Apostle Ekatso. And I will recommend, I will encourage anybody going through any kind of spiritual problem or even physical problem, you try and speak to the apostle, the apostle of God. He will come to your help. He'll
So,
come to it.
I'm leaving you. How are you going to describe Apostle? Because you had the opportunity to sit down with him. You've witnessed him. You've seen him. You have encountered him throughout this program. What description are you going to give to Apostle if someone have asked you?
I will say that he's called and anointed by God to save humanity. I did not know Peter. I did not know Paul. I did not know other people that God had worked to, other prophets of God. But I have seen Apostle Ekatso.
You have witnessed the power of God.
God of God in his life. And I can tell you that it can only be God. He's been called by God and he's doing the work of God. He didn't take anything from me. He just did that. I didn't ask me to put any money down. When I just greeted him and sat down, he asked my name, then he started talking. So I think that this is a man of God, a special man of God, and I think that we should all pray for him, that the anointing of God will continue to be great in his life, and all who have problems should try and look for Apostle Ekatso, and their problems will be resolved.
All right, that's my brother who visited Apostle Ekatso. Just a minute ago, and you've heard it yourself. A lot of revelation have come up, and Apostle have given the necessary, steps that you have to take for things to move on well for you. So you watching us, what are you doing? This is the time to visit Apostle Ekatso Ministry. The ministry is at Ho in the Volta region, Soko de Bogame, to be precise. We are waiting for you, and you are the next person to testify to the glory of God. Bye-bye.